the probability of S, which is 0.3. All you have to do is cancel this, and we're left with 0.6. Are you guys better now? Are you guys okay, better now? You saw how I got the 0.6? All right. Not really. The final canceling, if you times 0.6 times 0.3, you would have gotten 0.18, and 0.18 divided by 0.3 is still 0.6. So to make it easier, we could just cancel it from here because we have similar values in the numerator and the denominator. So it just quick and easy cancel, and you just left with the same value. You could have continued and times 0.6 times 0.3, and you have gotten 0.18 divided by 0.3, which is the same thing as 0.6. So not really, but yeah. Yeah, it's good to work out everything to show all the working. And remember that I am teaching you, so I don't want you to be lost anywhere. So yes, I had to write out everything. You guys can take the easier way if you feel it's better, but I had to write out everything so that you're not confused and so you could follow. All right, guys, so question 2 now is that suppose a certain process that should have has the following probability function, where f of x is equal to c divided by, where f of x is equal to c divided by 1 plus x squared, for x is equal to -3 minus 2 minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. It says calculate the value of c so that the above function is a valid probability function. Leave your answer as a fraction. So the first thing you guys can do is start up your probability distribution table. So what I did was I substituted the values of x into a probability distribution table. So from -3 to 3. And then for each values of x, I substituted the f of x value. So -3 squared is going to be 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. So that's where I get the c divided by 10. Then -2 squared is going to be 4. 4 plus 1 is 5, which is c divided by 5. -1 squared is just 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we get c divided by 2. 0 squared is just 0. So we get c divided by 1 because this value becomes 0. And 1, again, 1 squared is just 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, which is c divided by 2. 2 squared, again, 2 squared is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5, so c divided by 5. And 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 1, 10, so c divided by 10. So that's what I did first. First, I created a normal probability distribution table. Then, remember, so we're trying to find out the value of c. So remember that all our probabilities must sum to 1. So I added all the probabilities and made them equal to 1. So you have c divided by 10 plus 5, c divided by 5 plus c divided by 2 plus c divided by 1 plus c divided by 2 plus c divided by 5 plus c divided by 10. The common denominator amongst them was 10. So 10 times 10 is 1, so 1 times C is C. 10 times 5 into 10 goes 2 times. 2 times C is 2C plus 2 into 10 goes 5 times. 5 times C is 5C plus 1 into 10 goes 10 times. 10 times C is 10C plus 2 into 10 goes 5 times. 5 times C is 5C plus 5 into 10 goes 2 times. 2 times C is 2C plus 10 into 10 goes 1 time. 10. 1 times C is C. And we're left with this. After that, you can add up your values. So C plus 2C plus 5C plus 10C plus 5C plus 12C plus C is going to be equal to 26C divided by 10, which is equal to 1. We can cross multiply and we get 2C is equal to 10. Remember, we're solving for C. So we need to divide both sides by 26 and we get C is equal to 10 divided by 26, and you can reduce it, which is equal to 5 divided by 13. So that's the value for C that I got. After I got the value for C, I just substituted it into each probability. I just substituted the value for C into each probability. And that's where we get f of x is 1 over 26, then 1 over 13, 5 divided by 26, 5 divided by 13, 5 divided by 26, 1 divided by 13, and 1 divided by 26. Now, B is asking us to calculate the expected value of this process. And based on our formula, we know the expected value is asking us for the mean, which is equal to the sum of x times f of x. Yeah, which is equal to the sum of x times f of x. So the first one was -3. I remember that we calculated the f of x values by substituting the values of C. So we got -3 times 1 divided by 26 plus -2 times 1 divided by 13 plus -1 times 5 divided by 26 plus 0 times 5 divided by 13, or 0 times anything is 0. 1 times 5 divided by 26 plus 2 times 1 divided by 13 plus 3 times 1 divided by 26. All right, then the values came out as is -3 divided by 26 plus -2 divided by 13 plus -5 divided by 26 plus 0. But what you guys realize is that for every positive value, we have a negative value that coincides with it. So we can cancel -5 divided by 26, cancel positive 5 divided by 26, -2 divided by 13, cancel 2 divided by 13, and -3 divided by 26 cancels positive 3 divided by 26. So our expected value or mean in this case would be 0. Then now, the other question that is posed is, what is the standard deviation of this process? Before we can find the standard deviation, we have to find the variance. So the variance is equal to sigma squared, which is the expected value of x squared, times the expected value of x all squared, which is written as the sum of x squared times the probability of x minus the sum of x squared times the probability of x all squared. We know that this represents our mean, And based on calculation, we know that our mean is going to be 0, so we don't need to calculate right here. So now we're going to calculate the front part of our equation, which is negative 3 squared times 1 divided by 26 plus. So you're going to square each of your x values and times it there. You're going to square each of your values and times it by its probability. So we have negative 2 squared times 1 divided by 13 plus negative 1 squared times 5 divided by 26. We know that anything times 0 is going to give us 0. 1 squared times 5 divided by 26 plus 2 times 1 divided by 13 plus 3 squared times 1 divided by 26. As I said before, our expected value, our mean is 0. So we don't need to calculate it. We know that 3 squared is 9, and 9 times 1 divided by 26 is going to give us 9 divided by 26. Negative 2 squared is 4, and 4 times 1 divided by 13 is 4 divided by 13. 1 squared, negative 1 squared is 1. 1 times anything is itself, so we get 5 divided by 26. 0 times anything is 0. 1 squared is 1. 1 times anything is itself, so we get 1 times 5 divided by 26 is just 5 divided by 26 plus 2 squared, 4. 4 times 1 divided by 13 is just 4 divided by 13. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 1 divided by 26 is 9 divided by 26. So we're going to add all the values. So the common denominator in this case is going to be 26. I remember we had 9 divided by 26, so the first one is going to be 9. Then we had 4 divided by 13. 13 to 26 goes 2 times, so 2 times 4 is 8, which we have right here. Then we have 5 divided by 26. 26 into 26 goes 1 time, so we have 5 plus, but we know that both our sides are equal, so the same values, plus 5 plus 8 plus 9 divided by 26, and it's equal to 44 divided by 26, which is equal to 22. So we can reduce this, which is going to give us 22 divided by 13. Remember, we're trying to find the standard deviation, so we have to find the square root of our variance. And the square root of 22 divided by 13 is 1.3009. Remember, we try to round off to 4 decimal places unless stated otherwise. Any question about that question, guys? Are you guys okay with that question or any question? Okay. No, you find LCM. So if you have more than one denominator, you always find the lowest. You find the lowest common denominator. So in that case, the lowest one would have been 26. Yeah, it's really long, but it's straightforward. As I say, I tried to work on the questions in detail. You guys could have skipped many parts,